I'm back. I think the game crashed. I went and increased my latency on YouTube. So we're gonna see if that helps the cause. That was garbage, man. I had all that stuff. No one was there to see it though, so. That makes me feel pretty good. Back to the podcast.
Context and say, your work sucks and here's what you should do to improve and this will never work. It's met with resistance and it's almost like a defense mechanism against it. And so that's a totally inappropriate way for me to behave. But if you look further into the curriculum, let's say 16 weeks into my one-year program or a Wednesday or a Thursday in a one-week training program, hopefully if I've done my job well, I've built up enough rapport with people. They trust that I know what I'm talking about, that my feedback's coming from a place of love and care. And so they're willing to hear things like, that isn't very good. And those are words that come out of my mouth during a critique. It's something that you're not maybe used to hearing if you're not part of this creative culture, but that isn't very good. And here's why is actually a really, really important thing to help advance the quality of work. And then the next sentence would be, and here's how I would improve it. But again, that has to come from a place of respect, and that's earned over time. And so, you hear a lot about, or I've heard a lot about anyway, the new boss comes in and it's a hotshot creative director and he blows things up and runs around going into meetings and shitting on everything. There was an old joke at one of my companies that the chief creative officer would come in and swoop and poop, where he'd come into a conference room, tell everybody why things sucked, and then leave. And none of that works because he didn't have the trust of the people that were having their work shit on. And so that has to come from a place of trust again. And that, there's no shortcut for time, I suppose, in that respect. And speaking of respect, the other flavor there, the other ingredient is mutual respect. It's saying things like, look, you were hired because I trust you, because you're good at your craft, you have potential and expertise. Now let's talk about what you're doing wrong and how to improve it.
Yeah, it's definitely apparent. Angie's doing some facilitating work right now, and she tells me stories about how she's going about building trust and building to a place where she can critique and give feedback, but she's like, I'm not there yet, I'm getting there, and here's the ways that I'm going about it, and it's so interesting. I mean, you build your integrity with people, and it should be the way that we do things, right? It's a human approach. And humans want to be treated like humans. And so I'm glad that it's becoming more obvious that we need this. We need to be more of our human selves in the workplace and bring our whole selves to our work. And that's how we are more creative and more innovative, and we do better work together that way.
Hello.
I wanted to talk a little bit about another subject in your book, chaos. There was a quote in there that I just loved. It was very poetic. It was, chaos is the backdrop for hidden wonderment and success. And chaos is something that definitely comes with complexity thinking and complexity science. So we were hoping you'd expand a little bit on this statement. What does chaos have to do with creativity?
I think they're almost one and the same. I think a lot of people would maybe disagree with that if they're very analytical, creative-minded. There's a couple folks that I worked with that have very sort of like perfectly organized desks with things at rectilinear angles to one another. And, it would be fun for me to come over and just move things a couple inches and see them freak out. But anyway, the idea of chaos, I think, is one of working through a problem that has no real boundaries yet, that has no real definition yet, and that has no form yet, and trying to put those things around it. Because people have varying opinions at all of those stages, and those opinions are ill-formed, which means they have the opinions. They don't necessarily have the language to express those opinions, and so there's conflict. And combine that with the need, or at least perceived need by the business, to put more logical constraints around the process. Things like, when are things due, and when can we launch things, and what's going to be in that product release, and sort of like all of the buttoned up things that the various aspects of the business need to do their job. And when those two things collide, when this idea of ill definition, ambiguity, opinions without language to support them, and a need for structure, when all of those things land in the same pot and you stir it together, you get a mess. You get things like 3 days before launch redoing all the work because it's only 3 days before the launch that everyone realized what it was they were talking about. Literally, there was no clarity until that moment. And so that was the first moment when things could actually be done correctly. Or it comes from multiple teams building multiple things at once, because when they talk to each other, they're using different words in different ways. And so the coordination between ideas is just lacking. It even manifests in ways like what we described with the Nerf darts and all that kind of crap, that the actual office environment almost feels like a Grand Central Station. You have people having pinups on the wall and tearing down content, and the sort of iconographic Post-it notes everywhere and Sharpies and people writing on stuff. And compared to sort of butts in seats in corner offices and quiet environment with white noise pumped in, it actually looks like chaos. I've learned to thrive in environments like that, and I think a lot of creative people have also. We come up with personal ways around the chaos, things like noise-canceling headphones, and maybe I need to go work at home for half a day or a day when I need to get those uninterrupted qualities of time that I talked about with flow. But the idea of ambiguity, of not knowing, of redoing things, of proceeding without all of the data, without all of the answers, of having conversations where you miss each other and sort of being okay with that, and of not knowing the answer until you get there.
Thank you.
Like, all of those are things that you learn as coping mechanisms to deal with the fact that creativity is a chaotic and often messy process.
Yeah, we talked about in our design thinking series about these big, messy, complex problems and how things like design thinking really help us work through them and give us some grounding in the mess, so we can work through it and find our creativity and all the chaos. So we wanted to just learn a little bit about fundamentally why you think creativity is important. So how do you see creativity influencing us to be our best selves? How does it make us better as humans, and why is it important?
I think I could offer at least two perspectives on that. One is, why is it important to a business? And then the other is, why is it important to us, as you describe, as humans? To a business, to use the word literally, everything is created. Even things like operational efficiency or go-to-market plans, all of these things have gone through a creative process. It's not typically what we think of. I think most of us, if we said, oh, the creative people, we would imagine the designers, the product managers, and the developers. But in fact, everybody in the organization is tasked with making things. And increasingly, jobs are about managing ambiguity. Jobs big and small are about that, rather than sort of following a process. Here's a checklist, just go do it, and do it over and over and over the same way. Put another way, the knowledge, what do you want to call it, the knowledge economy, the information economy, the creative economy isn't a rote manufacturing process. So we shouldn't treat it like one. And so I think when we introduce ways of managing creativity, the business operates more efficiently, believe it or not, more effectively. And it also drives things like innovation. I mean, this is where new ways of thinking about products or services or organizational systems or governance models comes from. It's about looking at things in a new light, or looking at things sideways, or observing connections between things that aren't normally connected, and giving those things room to grow. And so I think they're fundamental to businesses simply existing in our economic climate today, but also driving innovation and reinventing themselves in order to remain competitive. On a more personal note, on the human side, I think that when people are creative, they realize a huge sense of personal satisfaction. I've heard a couple of models that describe a dichotomy between consumption and creativity. You can think of it as like an axis where one is on one side and the other is on the other side. And I think most people go through their life over on the consumption side, and they're very unbalanced. They never actually get to experience the power of flow, the self-satisfaction of making something, losing yourself in your work. And then when you're done looking at it and saying, I made that. It literally didn't exist a couple hours ago, and now it does, and it came from my hands and my brain. And so the idea of helping people in mass, helping all people move away from that consumption side toward that creative side can be really, really enlightening, and I think super valuable for personal growth and satisfaction.
I'm glad you talked about the human side of things, and making things is definitely something that gives us meaning and purpose, and that definitely brings us happiness in our work lives and in our personal lives as well. Our handle on Twitter is @Let'sWorkHappy. We talk about complex systems and systems thinking and how we apply that to our lives. And these things really come together in beautiful ways. I think creativity is definitely one of those ways. And we just navigate through life in ways that are sometimes more challenging, and we don't really have the words for it. So we talk about complex systems and making connections and making new things, and what does that process look like? And it's really interesting, and going to the creative side and what that means to be human. And it just kind of brings those two worlds together. So thank you for explaining that and really tying it down to what it means to be human. So we wanted to talk a little bit about takeaways, because there's many in your book. and they're simple tasks that will help readers integrate ideas from your book. And since there's so many of them, we wanted to see if you could just select one of them that you think is the most important and share that with our listeners.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about the idea of critique, and I think if you do one thing different after reading the book or even just listening to this, I hope it would be to structure a formal critique culture. What I mean by that is an actual environment where there's dedicated time, and it's a large block of it, usually 2, 3, or 4 hours, where a dedicated team, often the design team or the product team or the actual Scrum team, comes together, looks at the work, and analyzes what's bad about it and what can be improved. And so this is about details. It's about honing in on specificity. It's about being very, very direct with language. I think many of us have heard that when you give feedback, you're supposed to give the shit sandwich where you say something good, say something bad, and then say something good. And I think that's garbage. I actually think in the context of a critique, it's about saying things that need to be improved almost exclusively. And so what that means is being very, very direct and not worrying about hurting somebody's feelings. And again, that, we've talked about how that has to come from a place of trust. You can't just waltz into a meeting where you don't know anybody and offer that, which is why it has to come from that dedicated team. But, if you can establish a regular cadence of critique, if you happen to be in a leadership role, every 2 weeks at 1 o'clock on a Friday, we're going to have a critique and it's going to be 3 hours. And at the end, we're all going to go to the bar. Like, that has a huge, huge value. It's something that people learn to look forward to. It's something they prepare for. It's something they bring work that they're excited about workshopping through. And so that becomes part of that culture, and it seeps into other aspects of the work that's done too. And so what I've seen where I've instilled this is that once you have a formal critique culture, you start to see informal critiques happening much more frequently, where people may just grab a group of people, walk over to a whiteboard, and start to have those same direct conversations around what improvements need to be made without actual prompting from leadership in any way.
This made me think about just recruiting talent, and if you really need to look for a certain kind of person when you have a creative culture, and if that's even possible, because I know some people might be better than others in a critique culture. Or do you think that anyone could, based on the constructs of the culture and the values there, if they could integrate into the culture if it takes a certain kind of person?
I think a lot about that too, particularly when I'm obviously in a hiring role. I'm sort of two minds of that. There are definitely some people that are much more comfortable receiving criticism of their work and sort of analyzing it, intellectually considering it, and then just because you hear it doesn't mean you have to do it. And so those people are very open to sort of considering things and then saying, no, actually, that wasn't constructive criticism. I'm going to ignore that. And, if you can suss that out in an interview, that's fantastic. But I have found that some of the most creative, exciting, innovative people that I've hired actually have no real social skills to speak of at all. And that's certainly what taking criticism involves, is being sort of self-aware and communally aware. I hired somebody at Frog who, among other things, would come in at 11:30, eat only candy, and sleep under her desk. But she made fantastic design work. And so, she could sit in a critique, and it wasn't like she would get upset and walk out or anything, but it had a different vibe to it than I think somebody who is much more sort of socially aware. And in both contexts, I want both of those people on my team. So I don't know if it's something that can be recruited for. I do think it's something that can be taught. I mean, we teach it at my school. The first critique we have, everybody puts up their work and then nobody says anything. Or everybody says, I really like it. And then we do well, why do you like it? And they offer some sort of half-assed response. And then we sort of critique the critique. Often I'll film them. We'll walk through the critique itself and say, all right, when you said you liked it, what value did that provide to the person? Not much. What would be a better way for you to have delivered that feedback? Well, you could point out something that you like, but then juxtapose it with something you don't, and then move away from language like I like it and I don't like it, and actually talk about it in the language that we've used on this call here of constraints and framing and value, and start to hone in on more constructive ways of saying this needs to be changed. So long way around, I don't think you can recruit for it as much as you can teach it.
I'm so glad I asked you that. It's an interesting discussion just because I know that recruiting methods based on values, that happens a lot. And I'm not sure if it was really that side of things or the other side. Is it about the company shifting their culture and really instilling values and those showing up in behaviors? Which side of things really matters more? And I think you've got such a well-rounded background to really speak to that. So I'm glad I asked you that question. And I know we've really picked your brain a lot about creativity and values in this really rich discussion. So just in wrapping up, I'm wondering if there's anything we've missed in our conversation. Is there any future projects in the works for you personally?
Yeah, I've enjoyed our conversation as well. I'm actually struck with inspiration, so I'm working on yet another book. This one's about teaching. But beyond that, I'm running Modernist Studio along with 3 of my partners, and we're having a really sort of fun but also informative time building out a company from scratch. So that's been exciting. And in terms of what's next for me, I want to carry these ideas forward with as many people as I can, because I think they're valuable and they're ideas that I wish that I had when I was starting to be in a leadership role. I wish somebody had helped me with. And so sort of as a parting self-promotive advertising, I'd love for you to go check out and buy the book Creative Clarity on Amazon. But more importantly than that, I'd like you to tweet at me. It's JKOLKO, and let me know what you think of it. I'm not going to get rich off of your purchase on Amazon, but I would get more sort of emotionally rich on understanding how these ideas resonate as you try to include these into your companies.
I love that you're asking for critique on your book and definitely living the values that you talk about, you know, in your creative culture. And it's magical. All the stuff that you do, you really live it. You don't just talk about it. And I think that's really where the inspiration, and you really put your money where your mouth is, I should say. So how can our listeners find you other than the Twitter that you just gave out? And where can our listeners find your books?
So you can check out some of the things I've written and see what I'm up to at my website, johnkolko.com. It's JONKOLKO.com. You could check out my consultancy. It's called Modernist Studio, and we're at themoderniststudio.com. And in terms of the book, right now only on Amazon. I can tell all sorts of quick stories about what it's like to sell your books on Amazon and the trials and tribulations of that. But for the time being, that's our sole distribution center. If you want me to email you a copy of the PDF, generally I'm okay doing that too, although I'd much rather you obviously purchase it and write a glowing review of it on Amazon. So those are ways you can get in touch with me and learn a little bit more about my writing and my work.
Great. Thank you so much, John. It's been such a fun and enlightening conversation. I'm so glad you could join us back on the show for another one of our amazing talks.
Thanks so much for having me again. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, John. Oh, wait, be sure to join the conversation.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Send your soundbite to hello@human-current.com. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter @Let'sWorkHappy.
Visit our website, human-current.com, to subscribe to our blog or inquire about being a guest on our show. You can also find us on Facebook and LinkedIn.
We'd like to thank Broke for Free for providing some awesome music for our show. Check out more of his music at brokeforfree.com.
No! He got me! Boyos, he got me. He got me.
This episode was co-edited by Noah Stiles and The Human Current.
Wesley Snipes. He got me. Took me out. My bros help me out. Help me out, my bros. Bro, no! Thanks, bruh. You're saving my life. Dagnabbit. Wow. Look, good at this whole sniping thing. Already reloading. Calm your horses. Settle down. Gotta keep them pushed back, really. Dang it. Ah! I only got 12 rounds left in this thing, then I'm going down there. It's the final countdown. Oh, I almost hit him. Bro. Bro. Where is he at? Huh. Come on, dude. What? We are the winners! We won! It was my first ever victory, guys. I was part of that. Gerard. Gerard. Now... Nortfite. Let's freaking go! Yeah! I hope whoever sees that enjoys it. I got new thingies? What? It's about time I have something new. So glad for it. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Change is saved. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? I go where the boys go. Why'd you jump out so early though, man? Dusty. I can do Dusty. It's a good idea. Ready and waiting for new messages. Way. Where are me boyos? You're over there now, man? You can't just change your mind like that. Well, I have a close range weapon. Give me a marksman rifle. That is what I want. Don't make me stink bomb your ass. I do it. Don't do it. Oh, Cap. Hit this rift. Join up with Ben. Seeing as we can no longer join with Rear. Rip, GG. Oh, they're already gone. They're already gone. 'Cause they're already gone. Show those squads, bro. Show those squads. Oh, squads. Show those squads. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, I. Nah. Canadian. I can talk like a French person. And every time I start learning French, I give up on it. I'm like, man, I'm never gonna hit the East Coast. East Coast Canadian, born and raised with the Frenchies is where I spend most of my days. I live in America now, but I was born in British Columbia. A little town called Prince George. You may have heard of it, but I doubt it. Because I can, mate. I don't see any other reason why I should, given my background. I've got the Jelly World disease right now. Everything is... It looks like it's made of Play-Doh. I haven't seen Gumby Air in a while. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. It makes my eyes hurt. Ah, yeah. Makes my eyeballs hurt when it's all shaking like that. Boop. Nothing. What a ripoff. Wow. Well, you already got it. While I was fumbling around. Being foolish. Got nothing. Got nothing, Captain. Yo. Cowell on the Discord. Hey. My graphics are not turned down. My computer is just being slow, even though it has plenty of the bandwidths to handle all this. Oop. What, usually I don't just drink things strangers hand to me. I don't see anything, though, to drink. Oh, okay. There's nothing in here. What a ripoff, man. I'ma break your stuff. I'ma break your stuff. In your house. I'm gonna break it right up. I'm gonna break your stuff, yeah. I'm gonna break it up, yeah. When I break up your stuff, you're gonna be real sad. Bust up your stuff, busting your stuff up. You ain't busting up stuff, you ain't living life enough, yeah. That's the bass line. Someone write that down. You're saying you want to stream with me, mate. Say it in the chat. Say it with your chest. If you can, put your chest on the keyboard and see if you can type out your message. That seems worth a shot. Heard. All of 10 minutes. No, I've been playing for like a few weeks. So close. I'm enjoying getting better at it. Which is an interesting thing about video games and how they are these days. Like, hey man, how you liking the game? Ah, it beats getting smacked around. It's like an acquired taste. Can't get up there. I don't need your charity. You guys know I'm not actually Irish, right? Seem to forget. Like everything's getting too serious for them. I love a minigun! I freaking love miniguns! I feel like they're good at range. They're good close up. I don't have a shotgun though. Should replace this. 5. Oh, I love a minigun. Oh. I'm rotating into yon circle. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, don't come here. It's not good for people like us. I'm saying immigrants. A lot of people think it's weird when I tell them I carry a green card. Gotten some Mean Girls references. Anyone? Anybody? Cal Dog? No? Okay. Okay. I came in like a wrecking ball. I'm gonna edit all your walls. Oh, I see platforms being built northwest, all the way up there. I think I'm gonna stay out of this one. Break the sight lane. There's people on the side of this as well. There's no reloading this. We got 17 shoots. Whoa, dude. Foolish. That's good. No. Wow. Shamed. I'm ashamed. I fell while performing a sick maneuver. You should have seen it, bro. It was gonna be sweet. There's a cart here too for whoever saves me, so we can get back. Two of carts. You guys know that song? Oh, well. I forget. Someone in the 80s. Some 80s person. And away we go. Steer straight, bro. I'm so dead. Dadgum! Go, 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 go. We're cutting it close. Oh, shit. No, dude, you can't be shooting at us right now. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Oh my gosh. No. Not like this. Not like this. Forget about us, man. Save yourself. Aw, nobody gets saved. GG till we all croaked. Peace. I'll follow you if you follow me, bro. Caldog, Broheim, what's up? Chillin'. Aight.
Yo, what up?
Hey.
What's going on, G?
Oh man, just streaming, bro.
Bro, go into your settings and go to the settings.
Which settings?
Turn VSync on. Should turn VSync on. What are your settings at?
View distance
for
far,
graphics.
shadows off, anti-aliasing off, textures high, effects high, post-processing high.
Right on. Maybe VSync will help it because there's like I can see like a little bit of lag.
Okay, I just
And
turned it
see,
on.
Like FPS like going up and down. VSync like will lock it. Oh shit, were you doing squads?
Yeah, I was doing solo squads, filling up,
Right on.
playing with the randos.
Did you get any dubs today?
Any what?
Any dubs?
I did get some kills. I won a game with a squad.
Nice.
I think it was my first ever win, bro.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I don't have any alcohol to celebrate.
Fuck.
I know.
That's fun.
But yeah, I've been getting a lot more kills. Lasting longer in fights. Building is going better as well.
Right on. Where do you want to land?
Let's land at Salty Springs.
Alright.
Right on this building. If anyone doesn't like it, we'll pickaxe them to death. Piranha style.
These guys are trying to go to Greasy.
I don't care.
Alright.
Actually, we should probably follow him, huh?
Nah, fuck it, it's too late.
Oh, okay. I'll turn back around.
If we go there now, we'll land way too late and everybody will have a weapon.
Yeah, you're right. It'll take too long to get there.
It's all good. We're gonna go to this back house. You can go to. I'm gonna go to this back house. You can hit up this gas station real quick if you want. There might be a chest inside.
I'm gonna stick with you just in case any of these boyos get any ideas. And there's already someone landing at the gas station as well.
Go, brother. Did you get a gun?
I'm going home to the place where I am stoned.
You got a gun?
No.
No. Did you
No.
search the bathroom? Is there a gun in the bathroom?
I did search the bathroom. I did not see anything in there.
Oh man, somebody's got a machine gun. Here, I got you a gun.
Well, they're wasting their bullets.
Oh, did you pick up that burst? Okay, cool.
I
cool.
did.
Here, take one of these.
Thanks, bruh.
Yeah.
Boop.
Fuck. Here. Oh, sorry. You know how to edit like this, right?
Yeah.
Do that. It's the 3 bottom corners.
I've been practicing.
Right on. Alright, here, let's get involved.
Alright, let's go northwest. I saw someone pass between these houses over here. I got 66 wood, I got 48 bullets for my AR, or for my AK.
Right here.
Just to make sure his buddy can't have him. Later. Whoa, here he goes. He's up here. Oh, he just picked up all his buddy's stuff.
There's a trap right here. Watch out.
I see it. I'm out of ammo. Found a pump. I'm gonna go try it out.
Help! Right behind,
Oh,
behind
shit.
you, dude.
Get, oh my god!
Fuck! Just leave.
We dead as hell. Kill me, bro. Finish me off, bro. Kill me, you cowards! You got us, man. I thought we had him pinned. I like playing against squads because there's more encounters.
Right on.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Bruh.
But what's going
Oi,
on,
oi, oi.
brother?
You streaming right now, bruv? Oh, me too, man. Yeah, it's streaming. It's good, isn't it? I like doing raids too. I find that's pretty fun. Are you in the Twitch kitten community? Yeah, man, you gotta join the Twitch kittens. Say what? You do not have to have a kitten. It would help. Good, good. You are you're certainly, you know, not handicapped in the runnings, but you're not necessarily qualified either.
I'm gonna go. Fuck.
Oh my gosh, he got the gun. He got the gun. He's got it. Oh, thanks, buddy. Yeah. Thanks, man. Just thought I'd drop in. Yeah, boy. Dude, it's good. Boop. Knocked him. Yeah. Domed him, bro. I'm out of ammo. Whoop. Yeah. Yeah. Get him. Fuck him up. Well, that was really cool up until that happened. Yeah, cow dog. Get him. Get him. Get him, boy. Get him, boy. We're gonna cower over here. Get him, Allison. You got this. Never let them bring you down.
Yo, what is this?
What's happening?
What is actually happening in there?
Allison, are you good?
There's no way. Oh my god.
People who really love each other die at the same time.
Good. Let's do duos.
Duos. I like it. I like it.
Cool.
You know what I think about that, cow dog?
What?
I like it.
Awesome. Good.
Whoops. Oopsie daisy. Alright. Alright. Let's do this thing. I need to go buy a light bulb. And a lamp. So I don't look as sickly and pale. Like a ghost.
I see your frame still dropping.
Everybody. Really?
Fuck.
Is it not as bad?
I mean, it's not too bad, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe you should turn down like anti or like textures and effects down to like medium.
Okay.
Let's go risky.
Whoops. Crap. I'm way short of
you
that.
jumped. Where you going? Loot Lake?
Sure. That sounds good.
Come on, marker.
Yeah, I'll land on the marker.
Cool.
There we go. Now I don't have Jelly World anymore, bro. No more Jelly World before we start the game.
Yeah, man.
I hate Jelly World.
Yeah, dude.
It's my least favorite place to go.
Honestly, like if you want like the smoothest gameplay experience, just turn everything down.
Yeah.
It'll be worth it.
Oh, I got the drum gun.
If you turn everything down, it'll just be like flawless, you know?
Flawless, darling. Flawless.
No guns here, dude. Are you shitting me?
Got rockets. If anything that needs rockets.
Do not. Hopefully here soon. Give me a gun. Alright, I got an AR.
AR.
I got your half shield.
Oh, thanks, bro. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Here you go. Take those.
Boop. Boop. Doodle-doo-doo. You are ready for mayhem.
Oh yeah, you already know. We out here.
We out here though. Is that meme dead? I'm not sure. Said, is the "we out here though" meme dead? I'm not keeping up with the trains. Calvin, you're my most faithful viewer, you know that?
Hell yeah.
You come back to me every time. Whoa, bro! If we can get all the best loot, our squad's gonna be on that real shit, man.
Oh yeah.
Whole squad on the real shit. I can hardly believe it. I've got this hunting rifle, but I'm not very good at using it. Do you want it?
Sure. Where's it at?
It's
you up there?
in my hands.
Nice. You want to carry this medkit?
Sure, bro. I'll carry it for you.
Hell yeah.
Hold on to it. Play the support role. support character, medic, cleric. Heal boy.
Yeah. Okay, that's us. Oof. I was on the wrong side. Shoddy. Fuck.
Ooh, bandages.
Oh yeah. Yes, a shotgun.
Shoddy.
Ooh, another one.
I can carry that since I already got med kits.
Let's go.
You know deforestation is actually illegal on this island?
Whoa.
I know, dude.
Breaking the law. There's a shotgun in here if you don't have one.
I got attacked.
Nice. Alright. You can go to Dusty. There's always people by Dusty.
Another one bites the dust. And another one down, and another one down. Another one bites the dust. Hey, they're gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow.
Go right here.
Another one bites the dust. What? Oh, there's a person right there. Oh my god, they were right next to me. They were right there. Thanks, bro. Oh, dead as fuck, dead as fuck, dead as fuck. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I don't want to be anywhere near your grenades, okay? Ooh, get him. Get him, kill. Whoa.
I hit them both for 80 and then 70, bro. No way.
Oh no.
Whatever. I'm gonna take a little break, dude.
All
My
right.
girlfriend just got here, so I'm gonna smoke a bowl with her. So then I'll be back on.
Sounds good, man.
Word, brother. Good games.
Yes, yes, GG. Probably gonna get off soon. I got a lot of work to do. Oi. Yes! Drum gun, boy! Drum gun, boy! We got the drum gun, boy. 6 of them. Yeah, let's throw them on. Dun 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 dun. Getting texts from people in my life. Harvest these here materials. Where did my teammate go? Oh, they're over there. We got a pump here. We'll place that. That. And then we got our bango, bango, bongo. Shite. Let's get out of here. My teammate's already long gone. They don't even care about me. Alright, that should get me up there. Get me up there. Eat your baby. Where are they going? Okay. Find a rift, it'd be easier to catch up with them. Can we get a rift, boys? Rift me. Rift me, bro. I should have that. There we go. That's looking good. Thanks for marking that for me, bro. See what's in here. Let's go with that. I like it. And then we'll use that in a firefight. Alright, here we go. pointless. There was no point there. Burst assault, whatever. Oh, take it. Take it all. Give me all of them. What's that? Don't care, I'll take it. Little shifty out here. Little weird. Say what? Yeah, thank you for that. Sounds good to me. I was shooting at a rifter. Thank you, sir. Okay, I want to see if they break through the roof here. I'm gonna pop them when they do. Damn. Got me. I got all my stuff. GG. That is how they say it in France. GG. Yes, yes. Your bit rate is too high. For shame. For shame. What do I want to do? I should really get to work. Party, 60 left. This looks like a good time to hop off and take a break, boyos. I gotta modify those podcasts we were listening to earlier. Alrighty. Probably be back later. Bye. Have a beautiful time.